With a robot?
Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Well, I'm listening and all I'm hearing is a lot of hot air.
Unbelievably, after Return of the Jedi, it was 6 years before Mark Hamill returned to the screen in anything other than a voice role, and when he did, he wanted a part as far from Luke Skywalker as possible.
Crazy bastard.
He chose Slipstream.
Terrible, isn't it?
Now, give it a chance. This is a post-apocalyptic movie, but the apocalypse is environmental, causing weird weather.
And the emergence of a river of wind called the Slipstream.
This is one of those sci-fi movies that hangs its whole vision of the future on a single hook. There's a river of wind.
Looks like we'll have to stream it.
That's it. This is not a complete world.
Why, I could die of embarrassment.
Hamill's violent cop Tasker and his sidekick Belitsky
Every time a piece of human trash is put under a rock pile, the world's a better place.
have captured wanted murderer Byron, played by Bob Peck.
I slit the surly bonds of earth.
On their way home, they stop at this hive of scum and villainy.
Lowlifes, bottom feeders, you know who you are.
Here we meet Bill Paxton's Matt Owens, just as he tries to trade a cat for sex.
What would you say to an even trade?
He, God help us, is our hero.
Oh, you want to cut yourself a slice of this pie, don't you? Hey, believe me, the ride'll be worth it.
Despite falling for this trick and being poisoned, he escapes with Byron, whom he plans to hand in for the reward, which Byron seems fine with.
No, I think I deserve to be punished.
There's something about Byron,
Matt, he fixed my boy's eyes. Look.
something messianic.
Children are God's gift to man.
This is a buddy movie, two very different characters
You know, I bet you're the kind of guy that gets out of the shower and take a piss, too. Right?
learning to trust each other. Except
What happened to your handcuffs?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you?
Matt makes no effort to secure him and is then surprised when he doesn't hang around.
There is my future.
Later,
Don't think I'm gonna be dumb enough to take my eyes off you for a second.
and now I'm going to sleep.
Ah! You tried to strangle me!
I go to sleep next to the wanted murderer I'm planning to hand in to the police, and this is the thanks I get. Of course, Byron's not trying to escape or trying to kill him because this is Byron, but Matt's surprise is still baffling.
I guess I'm gonna have to trust you here.
How would that be any different?
I'm still cashing your ass in.
This is also a road movie without roads.
I'm going down a part of the slipstream even I've never been through before.
So your plan is to get lost.
Bad news is we're lost.
What do you know? Along the way, they meet Robbie Coltrane eating lobster in a hot tub.
If it cost 2 bits to go around the world, you couldn't get out of sight.
And Sir Ben Kingsley as the religious leader of a group of wind worshippers who joins Byron in a game of who can talk the most portentous crap.
Maybe this is a sign.
All that will be left of me is bits of gold in the sand.
I guess Byron loses because they crucify him on a kite. Just in case you hadn't got the religious metaphor.
He's a false prophet.
But now the cops catch up and we learn Byron's true nature.
Androids don't have feelings.
A robot searching for his humanity, and he finds it at their next stop.
Don't tell me all this isn't getting through to you, because I know it is.
These people have sealed themselves into what appears to be the V&A Museum to see out the end of the world, surrounded by art and debauchery. But this life comes at a price.
Oh, I'm so bored with this body.
Let me see what I can do.
Bore me to death.
Byron finds a woman too.
I'm not accustomed to being loved.
Go Byron.
You'll never believe what happened to me last night.
Yeah, all right, we don't need the details.
I fell asleep.
Better luck next time. But again, the cops catch up.
Wrong again.
Remember several days ago when he was poisoned? There's so far been no ill effects and no tension and that was the antidote.
That's very interesting.
This is a film in which characters don't talk to each other. They trade lines that are either quasi-philosophical
True hope is swift and flies with swallows' wings.
or hard-bitten cliché.
He flew suicide missions to hell and back.
Just for the record, no suicide mission is to somewhere and back.
Buzz off and die, fly.
This is Blade Runner, if all that subtext that has kept people debating its real meaning for decades were on the surface.
I am tired of talking.
How ironic. But even if that was well handled, there is an issue. Byron is a killer.
He killed a man, he's gotta go in.
But why he killed a man is never fully answered. All that talking and the one thing that might give a clue to his nascent humanity is written off in one line.
Whoever he was probably asking for it anyway, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
All through the film, he talks about
Somewhere I think I belong. I didn't grow up there, but that's where I was going when you...
likewise unresolved.
Perhaps I'd dream about that place I was going to.
At the end, Byron takes Tasker out.
We're gonna make it!
How did that ever look like you were going to make it? I would buy the Terminator walking away from that, but this guy's a robot butler. Why was he built to withstand an explosion?
We'll visit him.
There goes my best friend.
You've known him for 3 days.
It's over! It's finished!
On the bright side, this film did not typecast Mark Hamill, because nobody saw it.
This is all you need to know.
Thanks for watching. To see more post-apocalyptic film reviews, click here. What other actors have made bad missteps after coming out of a major franchise? Let us know in the comments below.
The Slipstream brought you here. The Slipstream will take you back.